How's it going, fellow Detroit Red Wings fans? Today we are going to talk about a prospect who definitely has the potential to be a steal and would satisfy the Swedish love the Red Wings have and possibly see a Euro Twins 2.0. That prospect is William Eklund. If you've followed the SHL, you know who he is. Eklund led all U19 players in the SHL, a group that included Alexander Holtz and Lucas Raymond, taken 7th and 4th overall in the 2020 NHL Draft, and was second in U20 scoring, only behind Moritz Seider, which just speaks to how good of a season Seider had. Regardless, Eklund is a small standing player, very hard to knock off the puck. Standing at 5'10", 172 pounds, he recorded 11 goals, 12 assists for 23 points in 40 games played in the SHL. Keep in mind, Villano played 46 games in the SHL this season and recorded 20 points. We all know how good we thought he was with the Red Wings, so this just shows how good Eklund is already. Now I'll go into my opinions and why Red Wings should be excited to welcome Eklund with open arms to the organization later in the video. But first, let's hear what analysts are saying. This is what Steve Cornelius had to say about Eklund. Calling Eklund anything short of a puck wizard would be borderline insulting. He is the most talented of any draft-eligible forward in terms of pure puck skills. Eklund can be a tenacious forechecker who is willing to throw his weight around below the goal line or in the corners. He's also attentive with an active stick while in the defensive zone, plugging gaps in the danger areas, and shoulder checking the points for a potential backdoor play. His anticipation and awareness are at the highest levels for a teenager, and most of his better scoring chances are byproducts of beating an opponent to a spot or exploiting a gap as it opens. Another quote from Smart Hockey's Alexander Appleyard: Eklund is the highest IQ player in this draft. He already understands coverage better than most NHL top 6 forwards. He turns players inside out regularly on the cycle, not through outrageous moves, but by cutting back on himself at the very moment his marker least expects him to, leaving them out of position and with Eklund free to walk in towards the goal. He does not have the heaviest or most accurate shot, but with the position he manages to get almost every shift, it is rare that when the puck comes to him, he is not in a dangerous shot location. If Sidney Crosby is the king of grinders, then William Eklund is one of the princes. His style of play combined with his high hockey IQ means that he rarely needs to pull a rabbit out of a hat and make a wonder play. He gets space almost every shift with ease. Despite being a smaller player, he really does relish mixing it up both with and without the puck. He will take a hit to make a play as well as engage around the net and along the boards. He never gives up on a play, even if everyone on the ice is dead for a long time before. As would be expected, therefore, his forechecking is relentless. He causes turnovers regularly with a very active stick. And lastly, a quote from Last Word on Sports talking about Eklund's comparison and NHL readiness. Eklund has spent most of his time in the SHL at left wing, however played center at junior levels and for the Swedish national junior teams. Given his skating, playmaking ability, and defensive game, he likely will be a center at the NHL level. With a year of professional hockey against men under his belt, Eklund is one of the most NHL-ready prospects in this year's draft. However, it is not a sure thing. He would have to perform in training camp. Another year in the SHL and a World Junior experience would not hurt his development either. However, I would not expect him to be more than a year away at most. Eklund's game is reminiscent of Henrik Zetterberg, but this is a style comparison only and not based on skill. So all this to say is that Eklund is really good. I would be surprised if we are able to snap him up, but more often than you think, mock drafts having him falling close to the 6th pick or past it. Now, why I'm excited about this player, I honestly came short of jumping out of my chair when I saw his highlights. Eklund, in my opinion, and our opinions, plays very similar to Lucas Raymond, meaning that both are pretty complete players and don't have a lot of missing pieces to their game. They both are slippery, shifty, and more importantly, both shooters and playmakers at the same time. Meaning if there's a shot, it's going to be taken. If there isn't a shot available, you bet it's going to be passed beautifully onto the tape for a scoring chance. And could complement each other really well on the ice. Somewhat similar to what Zetterberg and Datsuk did. I'm not saying they will become the Euro Twins, but there appears to be some writing on the wall if the Red Wings do select William Eklund come this NHL entry draft. What do you think? Do you think the Red Wings should draft William Eklund, or do they go for a different prospect? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, please hit that like button. That way we make more content that you like. And lastly, hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified when we upload a video. And until next time, lights out in the red light district.